Hey guys, today we're going to talk about stupid people. I feel like I make a bunch of these videos whenever I come across a stupid person. I will proceed with a word of warning. I am also a stupid person, but there is a different degree of stupid. I'm stupid in a way where it's lighthearted. The worst it can be is someone will get hurt and, I'm typically apologetic about it. Then there's people who are stupid on purpose. My stupid is more accidental. There's people that are just stupid on purpose because they're bored. Which is sometimes me, but it's different when you take into consideration that what I'm going to talk about is in the political sphere. I don't consider myself to be very political. Oh my goodness. Everybody, please do not sound off in the comments like, you need to be political. Guys, can you please let me figure my shit out first? But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about stupid, bored people aside from me. You know who the biggest perpetrators of purposeful stupidity are? Grifters. Specifically today though, we're talking about a right-wing grifter. He really should feel honored, this character Michael Knowles, because after seeing the little gay sex tape he made in Yale, it kind of because I was genuinely fucking disgusted. Honestly, probably one of the top 3 performances of sassy gay twinks that I've seen. Vote yes on Prop 8. That's how I felt. Because that's what men are doing with each other. I just can't agree with the lifestyle. You know how Logic made suicide seem so corny? Michael Knowles made gay sex seem corny too. I got a tweet. For some reason, anytime you interact with anything, like I've mentioned before, even just looking at it on your feed and scrolling through the comments, what Twitter does now is, oh, you're scrolling on this for a while, we're going to keep showing you this, and we're actually going to lock it into a section titled interests. You have to dig under settings to find that and scroll through the interest section and uncheck things that you're not interested in. I am somewhat biased, but also I can call out when things are just incredibly bullshit, and to which, either side, Dem or Republican, they will call you a Nazi or, a bleeding liberal if you're on the Republican side, or a fascist conservative if you're on the Dems, if you criticize their whoever's running for their party. That's how they act. So I see this tweet, and I already know y'all don't like Kamala Harris at all. You don't. And that's cool. I don't like Trump, and I'm very critical of Kamala. The thing that got Michael Knowles so up in arms today was nothing related to Kamala Harris's, policies, things that she wants to put into action as president, or any, scandals that she might have been in. He's not even talking about his own candidate. No, today, Michael Knowles decided to fixate on a deeply and truly problematic interest held by our vice president. Her crime. She loved Doritos. Her guilty pleasure was Doritos. And it's holy shit. Did you need to, was this necessary? I don't like when in serious situations we gotta take low blows at people on any side, because it just feels pathetic. It feels like you're insecure about your own side. In politics specifically, the low blows on people can be funny. If you're making a joke, cool. You are dedicating a segment in your podcast for this to take up time, probably for revenue. It's so fucking weird to me. It is.
Kill yourself.
Weird to me. I don't know if we're at the point in between the time where the candidates were announced to election day, if we're in this window of time, this little space where everything's just fucking boring for both Republicans and Democrats. They're waiting for the next presidential debate so that they actually have something to talk about, especially the grifters. It's oh my god, we have nothing else to talk about. Money is not going to flow in as much. What do we do? But like, it's so stupid. It's a fucking chip. I have never seen a more successful grift. It's just, it's entirely fucking stupid to me. There's so many other things that you can critique Kamala Harris on, and the exact words you decided to use in this scenario were, Kamala Harris loves Doritos. This is the most focus group tested anodyne indulgence. Do you believe her? What the fuck is there to believe? I am so sorry. This is like when people would accuse Amberlynn Reid of lying about her weight by 50 pounds. Mind you, she's reported her weight being 500 pounds. What good does it do to lie about a 50-pound weight difference when you are 500 pounds? That's a weird lie, and even weirder to accuse someone of lying of that. So the question is returned. What good does it do Kamala Harris to lie about a chip or a guilty pleasure? Do you know what a guilty pleasure is? It's just like something you do on the side, like, you know, some men, their guilty pleasure is like watching trashy reality TV. The point is, it's supposed to be lighthearted. What the fuck did you want her to say? My guilty pleasure is sending billions of dollars to Israel. Like, is that what you were expecting? Well, I'm waiting. I want a response too. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my god. Anyways, if this man is truly not a grifter and, you know, he's just making a living out of his political beliefs, doing things like this kind of just feels like it gives insecure. It's just showing me that you're very much insecure about who you're voting for, and you just need to pick apart at every little thing. But if you are a grifter, congratulations on the dollars that you made making this into a reel, making this into a YouTube short, whatever the fuck you do. It's stupid. It's dumb. This is also the same people who they're like, Disney went woke. They're warning me before watching the movies on Disney Plus about the problematic stuff in this movie. The liberals are complaining about Speedy Gonzalez. You're bitching about a Dorito. And okay, even if you weren't expecting her to go like, guilty pleasure, sending millions of dollars, doing BBLs on immigrants or whatever the fuck was said. I stole that from a tweet, by the way, and I'm not ashamed. That tweet is so funny. What guilty pleasure do you think Kamala Harris should have said? My guilty pleasure is chips lined in gold. Like, what were... Bitch, what the fuck? No, imagine if we did this with, like, other people in positions of power. And, you know, I have an extreme example, that I wasn't gonna bring on YouTube, but now I am. What if people did this about, I don't know, Adolf Hitler? Like, imagine if somebody sat on the news and said, are you sure that Hitler was more of a painter? I personally thought he was more of a sculptor guy. That's such a weird thing for him to lie about. This is ridiculous. You look ridiculous. You look stupid. Who cares? I don't care if the motherfucker made homemade Lunchables. I don't. But let's dial it down. You know, Hitler and then other people. Let's go all the way down. And you know, on the topic of Kamala Harris, don't you have like a point to prove about her policy sucking? You know, the gift of grifting is apparently such a limited thing, but people, like, that gift is allowed to be limited because once you have an audience that like actually listen to you, they're hooked, and whatever bullshit you spew out, they'll stick around for. I guarantee you, if this was the type of shit that Michael Knowles was like putting out when he was starting out, no one would follow. But thankfully, you know, the first thing he was putting out was, again, gay little sex tapes for Yale's film department. Me personally, I would not be seen damn near butt-ass naked on a set with a very small director, a student director. I had gone in for a role, and I'm not gonna say much, but the role would have had me, you know, be in underwear, which I'm pretty much okay with, like, almost the same thing as a bathing suit. And before y'all say, why'd you attack Michael Knowles then? That motherfucker wore a thong.
Your pussy was out! You're disgusting!
Mine's wouldn't even have been a thong, but I digress. For the pre-screening, whatever the fuck, I would have had to submit pictures of myself, you know, normal ones, and then they wanted one with just me in underwear. I did not feel comfortable doing that. I have watched way too many Rosa de Guadalupe episodes to know that that leads to no good. But Michael knows, no. He was thirsty. He was grabbing at anything. The only one that stuck, unfortunately, for him was, you know, conservative grifting. And yes, not every political commentator is a grifter. Like, not... Like, some of them are just genuinely, like that. But Michael Knowles is by far the one that's, like, least convincing to me. For a group of people named conservatives, like, that's in their name, they definitely do not preserve their self-respect. They're nothing. Like, you're allowing yourself to get ripped off like this, and it's very sad to see. I don't typically like any of you guys, but like I do feel bad that at this point in time you've not caught on. Let's put it this way: he tried to sell you a book with empty pages and push it off as satirical material. He sold you a notebook for over $20. How much was that book anyway? How much did you guys spend on this and it wasn't even like a moleskin. It doesn't even look nice. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. $17. Moleskins are typically more expensive, and it's on clearance on Amazon. Not promoting, but like, I mean, if you guys want to buy an expensive notebook, okay. You know, the conservative followers that Michael Knowles does have, if they were to catch on, like, wait a minute, this is stupid bullshit. Have we just listened to this man spit stupid bullshit for the past 10 years or however many years since he was a Yale liberal at Yale, the gayest Ivy League ever, and you don't want me to say anything about that? Please. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I feel like every time a conservative grifter, because that's what they are, opens their mouth, I'm just pushed more and more to the left. Have there ever been any leftist grifters? If so, let me know in the comments.